Currently, in Cleveland, Ohio, it's 45 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Today, you can expect snowy, rainy weather, with a high of 46 degrees and a low of 41 degrees.
Snowy, rainy, what? Cloudy, breezy, cold, rain, and snow showers. What the... It is snowing. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Do you know it's snowing outside?
Yeah. We're packing up. We're leaving Ohio tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And we are going as far south as you can in the US of A. We are leaving 32-degree weather and we're going to sunshine. Rule change. We are gone.
Forever.
Possibly.
Just had to make an unexpected pit stop.
Turn right, then take the first right.
Tire pressure, TPMS system started beeping, saying that one of the tire pressures was high. Just 1 degree over, so it wasn't like a slam on the brakes kind of stop. How did we get in here?
I don't know how we got in here.
How did we get in? Oh, we should have went there. Alright, back on the road. Probably can't even see us, but it's
dark.
It is dark. 7:18. Downside of fall travel, the sun sets so darn early.
Yeah, we lose daylight so quick.
I'm fine driving at night. It's not my favorite thing. Like, I'm assuming it's mostly not favorite of anyone. The visibility, and we get up really early, so nighttime is tiring as well.
Yeah.
But however, every time I'm like, we got to get there before dark.
Doesn't happen.
Well, I'm the same one that then says, but we should drive 7 hours tonight.
Right, which I knew we were never going to get there in daylight.
When you harvest host, it's only like $70 to $80 a year. You can stay at all kinds of places that volunteer their property, such as this winery. You don't have to give anything, but they always suggest that you contribute somehow. And since we're staying at a winery, Mel bought some wine and popcorn and some honey.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, I don't know what Harvest Host pays them, but we're only paying like $70 a year, so they can't be getting much. They don't really get anything out of it, so they ask you if it's a business or we've stayed at one place that just said they'll take donations just for family stuff. So
Their school, their local school or church or
you don't
something.
have to do it, but we're staying on their property for free technically, so it's the least we can do. So came down here, picked it up, and this is probably a ton of fun in the summer for wine tastings.
Yeah, it's beautiful out here.
We didn't want to be home in the cold, so instead we drove 7 hours to be in another state in the cold.
We are at Sierra Vineyards in North Carolina. It's basically 12 minutes from the border of North Carolina and Virginia. So we drove, what, 7 hours today to get to here, out of the cold from Ohio to be in the cold in North Carolina. Go south, they say.
Well, we're on propane. We're not really set up for off-grid, so we're just running on one battery. which we just got here and we're set up. We're at a good, hopefully that holds out for the blower. We have a Anchor battery bank, which says it's got 12 hours left, but we're running the light off there and charging our phones.
Yeah.
So we got the heat going, minimal. Mel warmed up some dinner she made at home. Well, we're gonna snuggle for body warmth and wake up early to hit the road again.
Yeah. Not my greatest choice.
You say that often.
Yeah. It is what it is. You just keep on going forward and
it's also what you keep saying.
and you just hope the next one's better.
Alright, so let's go to bed.
Let's go to bed.
So it is 6 a.m. We are up. You can't really see anyone. There's Mel.
Hi.
There's the girls. I woke up, did some work. Mel took the dogs out. We were packed up to hit the road to our first rest stop. How was your first ever dry camping night?
It was fine. Honestly, it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it really wasn't.
Yeah, it went better than I thought it would. I was worried because we only have one battery on there and we've never had to just rely on it, but it's still... It's actually still at good, which is surprising, which is 75%. And the propane was low, but it held out, it seems. Overall, it was fine.
Yeah.
Better than expected. And Ella got to sleep with us instead of her cage, so she was probably really happy. And I appreciated the warmth. So we are off. We're currently in North Carolina, just inside the border. We don't know where we're staying tonight. We might try to get to Devil's Den, but it was booked, so Mel's going to call and see if there's any cancellations. Otherwise, we'll just see what we can find. Mel's really hoping for Devil's Den, because then we'll be forced to drive through Disney. So, let's get in the car, kids, and we're out of here. RV GPS says 3.5 hours. Garmin says 2. We're on the road 13 minutes, well, 47 later, but 13 more than I expected. Let's go.
Okay, we made it to our first gas stop. Got some snacks. I made some pasta salad throughout the week. I have some veggies. We have a really special place that we found to stop at for the night. So we're really excited about it. Can't wait for you guys to see where we're heading. And it's still really cold. On to our next stop and trying to get to our destination for the night by 4:30. Let's see if we can do it.
Welcome to South Carolina.
How freaking cool. Been really slow moving now for a bit, which sucks because we were making some speed. We don't typically make last minute plans. We plan everything out. We plan everything out to the point where I planned all of this out in RV Trip Wizard every stop, and then I exported it to an Excel sheet, and I did a bunch of formulas and math to try to understand buffers of our stop, to understand where we'd get everywhere, how much we wanted to drive.
You know, what most people do.
So that way we knew how many hours we wanted to drive per day, and when we hit those hours or miles, then we should stop here instead of just willy-nillying it.
Yeah.
However, we knew yesterday we were staying at Harvest Host, and that went really well. So we figured we're gonna do something similar, or try to get to Devil's Den, which is a underground.
It's a prehistoric cave that you can snorkel and scuba dive in.
So we were gonna try to do that, but we called and they only had another dry camping spot, which we were like, we're not sure if we want to do that, but maybe we will because it's a cool place to see. But then we realized the water was not the warmest because, you know, it's October, so.
Well, and it's supposed to always be 72 degrees.
Instead, we are shifting and essentially driving to somewhere exciting that you have to do a 2-night minimum. Otherwise, they'll only override it and give you a 1-night stay if you show up. So we're kind of gambling and hoping that works out, because then we'll have a fun evening. Otherwise, it's going to be a rough evening. So gonna sit in traffic for a little bit more, and we got about 5.5 hours left in our drive, and then hopefully we've got somewhere to stay tonight. It's the best part about traveling with a camper is traveling with your house. We're at a gas station, getting gas. You can use the restroom, get food out of the fridge, in and out, saves you money. And when the weather changes, wardrobe changes. Camping's great.
We had to make a quick stop to get gas, and we ended up having to get gas at a Buc-ee's, which we enjoy. However, we really are on a time crunch and really just want to get to our destination, and it's super crowded. So I don't know how we're going to get out of here in a timely manner, but we are going to find out.
Yeah, it's the one we went to was like dead. This is crazy. I think this is the one we're supposed to stop on the way home. Maybe we won't.
Depends on what time, probably, too.
On the way home.
Yeah. I mean, this
Being
is
that
like
all
rush
these
hour.
hours are going great, there's a good chance on the way home I'm gonna be like if we could have checked in tonight, I probably would have said let's just drive another 5 hours and be done. Well, 8 hours, I guess, but
For you to be cranky, no thank you.
I'll be cranky either way.
As he says with a smile.
I'm an angel.
Okay, so we made it to Orlando, this Orlando RV park. It's called Tropical Palms. It's about 15 minutes from Disney Springs. I had originally called to see if we can get into Fort Wilderness just for one night, because that's just something that we really want to do when we are, oddly enough, in the neighborhood. And they did not have availability for tonight. So I had called a place, this Tropical Palms place, this morning to see if we could do just one night here. And they told us technically it's a 2-night minimum, so you can't book with us on the phone, but if you just show up and hopefully there's a spot available, then we'll be able to give it to you. Josh went in right now just to go see if there's availability. Hopefully that there is and there's no issues, because we're just going to be here for the night. We're going to basically hook up, get electric going, because we need to get that fridge back on, and get the dogs out. And we're gonna go to dinner in Disney Springs tonight, and I'm so excited because Disney is my favorite place in the whole wide world, and now by proxy it is now Josh's favorite place in the world. And we just enjoy being here, and we have the camper with us, which is one of our ultimate goals to do one day, is to spend some time here in Disney and in the Orlando area with the camper. So even though it's only for one night, we took the chance, and we're here. So tomorrow is another drive day, but it should only be about 6-7 hours. We'll say 6.5, 7 to be safe, but we'll get up early, leave, and head down to the Keys for a week. So the girls are in Disney, and I'm so excited. It means a lot that they are here, even though they're dogs and they have no idea where they're at. But that's why we have a camper. That's why we do what we do. We have our home with us. We get to continue our lifestyle. Our daily routines and activities get to stay the same. And that's why we love RVing and camping, because we get to do that. So we are just waiting for Josh to come out and see what the verdict is.
All good.
Good?
It's cheaper than something. He didn't even have to get a manager's approval.
Awesome.
He lied to us, but $100 and
Okay.
it just took forever.
Okay. Unexpected trip to our favorite place. Spontaneous trip.
I think we're more excited about the fact that we're being spontaneous than anything.
We don't do this.
No.
We always know where we're going, when we're going, how to get there, where to pee, when to pee.
How to
Not
be.
how to pee. Not this time. We didn't even hook up our water.
Feels dirty.
I feel dirty.
we're here for one night. Mel grew up with Disney. I've come to really appreciate Disney. So we did a quick stop off and had dinner in Disney Springs, which was fun and very spontaneous, which is not something we ever do.
No.
We are not spontaneous. So that was really cool to bring the camper here.
Yes, which is what we've been wanting to do for a really long time.
I mean, it'd be cool to come stay at Fort Wilderness.
That is ultimately the goal,
but
and it will happen.
This was just on the way down. We needed somewhere to stay because we didn't have anything booked for tonight on our way to the, Key West, so we spent more money than we needed to, but now we're gonna go back, feed the girls, and then go to bed and get up early to last leg of the journey down to Key West. We are on to day 3 of Josh and Mel's excellent adventure. We stayed the night about 10 to 15 minutes from Disney Springs, so that was really cool and unexpected. We might keep saying that, but we don't do spontaneous stuff. We are very rigid in our planning, me more so than Mel, but she likes her plans as well. So it was cool to do a spontaneous stop off in Disney Springs. We'll be back here in a little over a month, flying in, but it was fun just to, you know, I don't know, make the last second decision to go slightly right instead of straight, and stayed at a campground that's actually really nice. Was rather affordable if you'd be staying in Disney in the area. Head down to Disney Springs, had Chicken Guy, which was really good. We really like Guy, so we always like to check out all of his projects. Now we are up. It's almost 6 a.m., so we are just about out of here. I just put the slide in. Gonna start the car to get a little warm since it is cold. About 65 this morning, and then we are going to make our last stretch down to the Keys.